Thank you for coming into my life. But most importantly, thank you for leaving it. You taught me that I can't let my walls down.
It's so hard to feel sorry for these chicks who clearly have more than likely divorced their husbands to get back out there because they felt the grass was greener on the other side. They felt they could do better than their husbands, and they felt like, I've got more value than to stay with him. He's so polite to me, and he's so kind to me, and he compromises with me all the time. And they start to equate his politeness and kindness to weakness, and these chicks just think their husbands have no balls, so they leave them to go out there and look for a guy with balls, and instead they end up on these dating apps being used and abused by these cheating chads, these scumbags who don't love them the way their ex-husbands love them, who will never marry them, and who will just use them for sex and drop them at the drop of a hat. And then they end up here on TikTok complaining about guys on the dating apps and crying their asses off trying to get sympathy, where it's very hard to feel sorry for them, right? And, just statistically, over 75% of women out there do file for divorce from their husbands. If she has a college degree, it's even higher. It's almost 90%, which is just wild, right? That you have those type of odds when you marry a college-educated woman. Her chance of divorcing you is extremely high. So it's hard to feel sorry for these ladies when they get their asses handed to them by these cheating chads that have no intention of being in any type of serious relationship with them. But as they say, karma's a bitch, payback's a bitch, and this is likely how her husband reacted when he found out that she was divorcing him. This is probably his reaction, and now she's getting to feel a taste of her own medicine, right? I mean, because what goes around comes around. Even the chicks who've cheated on you in the past, the same thing happened to them, didn't it? The chicks who've cheated on me in the past and who've treated me piss poorly have come around later to tell me about a story of how some guy they met later did the same thing to them, and some were even apologetic towards me because they know how it felt. They were like, oh, I was so cold, I'm so sorry. So here you go.
That I don't have to be guarded, but just not to someone like you.
Yeah, you gotta love this little immature dance she does here. Just kind of shows her level of intellect. Okay, let's go on to the next clip.
Well, that's it. I'm throwing the towel in. I'm done. I'm not going to try dating anymore. TikTok has spoke, and some of the comments from men like you, they told me that nobody wants a almost 36-year-old single mom. They only want the young 20-somethings without any kids, So that's fine. I guess I'll be done. I'll just be at home sitting alone for the rest of my life because nobody wants me.
Okay, it's not that nobody will ever want her, right? It's just that the guys that she does want won't want her, if that makes sense. Basically, the guys, those top-level guys that so many of these chicks who are past their prime or have worse become single moms want. These guys, they don't have access to these guys anymore, right? And, really they'll be relegated to settling for these lower tier guys, usually guys who don't have a lot going on in their lives, might not have the best jobs, might not be making the best money, might, be driving a car that's about like 15 to 20 years older. These are the type of guys that you're going to have to settle for, right? And these chicks don't like to hear that word settle. But when you become a single mother, you just destroy your chances, absolutely destroy your chances of ever getting a decent valued man, right? I mean, all of that is out the window. As much as Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg and everyone else on The View or Chelsea Handler or any of these talking heads on the mainstream will tell you that, no, you become a single mom, you're going to be an instant hero. People will look at you as if you're Wonder Woman. No, they don't. All right. Even not just men, but also women will look at you like you just make bad decisions, right? You're immature, you're impulsive, and you're irresponsible. That is how they're going to look at you. They're not going to look at you like you're brave and you're courageous. No, they're just going to look at you like, you know what? You shot yourself in the foot. You played yourself, right? That's the easiest way to describe these single moms, right? You had this kid, you bought into this indoctrination that you could have a kid without a man and there'd be no consequences to that. No, you played yourself, right? And now you're screwed. I mean, we usually cover women who don't get married and then they turn 30 and then they start complaining about the fact that they can't get the high value guys anymore. Those women are in a really bad position. But on top of the fact, if you become a single mother and you're raising Chad Jr., you absolutely just kill any opportunity you ever had to land that high value guy, because only a sucker would want to step in there and take over and raise another man's child, right? And most of these guys in the red pill community know, right, that it's just going to be complete chaos dating you as a single mother. Why? Because they know that not only are they going to have to deal with Chad Jr. that you have in the next room sleeping, but they also have to deal with that baby daddy that you are clearly going to still be banging, right? That you're clearly going to constantly look for reasons to go back to, right? That you're clearly going to keep dreaming about because you want this kid to have his biological dad. And usually these women pick these bad boys, these Chads, Pookies, and Tyrones to inseminate them, hoping that these guys will stick around. So if you date this chick, you will be having to deal with that, the fact that she's still going to be porking this dude, right? So most guys just don't want to deal with it, and they just go for a woman without that baggage and obviously clearly much younger. But one thing I am happy about, guys, is the fact that more and more of you are calling these women out on the social media platforms, right? More and more guys are waking up to the fact that, hey, these women have screwed themselves, and I'm going to call them out, because gone are the days where we used to just be quiet because we didn't know any better. We just saw a woman like, oh, poor helpless woman, that evil man took advantage of her and he deadbeat dad. And, sadly, there's still a lot of blue pill guys out there, parroting that rhetoric, right? Because they don't know any better, and just because they're pussies, right? I mean, they're just simps. And they don't hold these women accountable. But you know what? The red pill community does, and I'm just so glad that more and more guys are waking up and telling it like it is, right? We need more guys, even more guys, to go out there and lay down the law. Let's go on to the last clip.
Hi world, it's my first TikTok, and I have a really pressing question. I have been divorced for a couple of years after 33 years of marriage. And
dude, 33 years of marriage. Okay, 33 years of marriage, man. That means that she got married in the early 90s, like 1991 or 1990. No, shoot, like 1989. What are you doing getting divorced, woman?
And here's what I gotta know. Does it get easier?
No.
Because it's starting to feel like the whole purpose of dating is to go out with strange men to endure really awful things in order to come home and create crazy TikTok stories. I mean, somebody tell me there's more to this than that.
So I bet your ex-husband isn't looking so bad anymore, right? Now that you're back out there and you've probably been boned by a few of these cheating scumbag Chads that have used you for sex and taken off on you, maybe you're starting to realize that your husband wasn't such a bad guy after all. That maybe, you know what, you should have tried a little bit harder. Maybe you shouldn't have thrown that 33 years of marriage down the toilet all those family vacations, all of those memories you created together, the bond that you created together, the life that you created together. Was it really worth it to go through this divorce, have to deal with lawyers, have to like separate property, bank accounts, money, yada, 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 just so you could get on these dating apps and compete against women who are your grandkids' ages and just be used and abused? I mean, if I was this chick's husband, and I'm sure, she's probably still in contact with him, and they've probably even discussed getting back together, especially after all those years of marriage. I would be disgusted with her if she went out there and slept with other dudes, after being with just me for the last 33 years. I mean, that chick is like, I'd be like, no, you're tainted. Same reason I didn't let my ex from 2006 ever come back. She was shocked. She was like, I thought you were so heartbroken. You were in love with me. I thought, we were going to do this and I could come back. I'm like, no, because now you're tainted, right? That's just me. I don't like that. So, these women always think that the grass is greener on the other side. And I always try to tell them it's not. You're just going to deal with the same problems. Just like I told my ex from 2006. Like she was, before she even like went on a date with this guy, she was honest and told me she met him. I just said, what are you looking for? Why are you going to do this? You're just going to deal with the same problems we're dealing with now. And you know what happened? She ended up dealing with the same problems with that dude. Only that guy was like just, clearly just a rebound because she tried to come right back a couple of months later and I wasn't having it. I was like, nope, right? Because I valued myself. And just as I'm sure this woman's ex-husband does, and he's not going to take her back. He's like, no, you made your decisions. You stay on those dating apps, right? And look ridiculous as she is. I mean, look at her. She looks like a mom. She should be home with her kids and her husband, right? They should be doing things together. Going to the farmer's market on the weekends, watching movies, having barbecues, having friends over, doing stuff together, right? Continuing their lives together. But nope, she wanted to end it. She probably wanted to end it because, again, 75% of women, and she looks college educated, so she's more like 90% likely to have ended that marriage. And now she's out there just like another chick, right? She's, at least in her marriage, she was special. She had a role to play in that family unit. Now look, she's just another chick on the dating app. Nothing special. Nothing important. Just another chick out there with a vagina. Sad. Very sad. As always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you would like to add. Anything you'd like to share. Anything I might have missed. Please drop them in the comments below. Always love to see you guys in my comments. Always love to read your comments. So please feel free to drop your comments below. As always, don't forget to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and smash that notification bell for me as well. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And this is M from the 33 Secrets signing out. If you want to support my work, by the way, best way to do that, just jump into 7 Months Mastery. It's the best way to support what I'm doing here. If you love my work, right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons where I teach you how to go out there into the world and cold approach the youngest, hottest, most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, women between the ages of 18 to 29, not these damaged harpies over 30, these single moms, divorced women after 33 years. No, I teach you how to go after the cream of the crop. And guess what, guys? You're not going to find them on the dating apps. The only place you're going to find them is out there in the real world, in lounges, venues that I specifically point out in my program, 7 Months Mastery. I teach you where to find these girls and how to go up and talk to them. I tell you exactly what to say, exactly what to do, and it's just extremely valuable. And I have thousands of successful coaching students all around the world now. Many have gotten married to these high-value women that are way out of their league, that sometimes I see their wedding photos, even I'm jealous. I'm like, man, where'd you find this girl? Right? But I want you to become one of us. I want you to have success too. And I don't want you out there on these dating apps dealing with these over-the-hill single moms and divorced women, right? I want you to get the cream of the crop. And again, right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons. And you'll be supporting my work at the same time while getting a ton of value out of it. Okay? And all you need to do is click the link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out.